11 for today. Then maybe there's some other students that are late. So while waiting, we're going to watch the dedicated cartoon of for the warming up. So I'm going to share my screen. Wait a second. So, all right. Then we are going now to the main lesson. Funny French here. Page number 6. So, just wait a minute. So today we're going to start week 6 of Funny French with Funny Friends. And now we're going to, we just did the warm-up, so we watched the little cartoon Choopy. Then today we will learn about ils, elles, nous et vous, and the verb aller, and useful word to talk about your plans. Okay, so how to say we, you plural, and they in French. We, you, they in French. So we is nous, vous, you plural is vous, you singular is vous. It's to show respect, as we learned in week number 2 or 1, I don't remember. They is ils, elles. So here, no, I need to draw here. So here, so ears is like it's ears is like he, but it is plural. For example, if I talk about James and Andy, I'll say ils or il, because we say il, but I will say the s to make the difference. But when you talk, you don't say ils sont en train de manger. You won't say that. You will say ils sont en train de manger. And else, so L with an S, is she, but plural. So, for example, if I talk about Alice and Suri, I will just say else. So it's like the girls, and else is for the girl and is for the boy. And for example, if I'm talking about Sam, Andy, and Alice, I will say else. I won't say else. Even if Alice is a girl, I'll say else because when there's many people and there's boys and girls together, and like I want to talk about them with I don't know, with Siri, then I will say ils. For example, ils sont en train de manger. They are eating. I'll say il because there's a boy. Even if there's hundreds of girls and only one boy, we'll say il. Okay, it's the rules. I don't know why, but it's the rules. Okay, so let's make some challenge. Question number 1. You and Julie are talking about Julie's parent. So you use is or else to refer to Kevin's. Oh, I made a mistake. to talk about Julie's parent. So, for example, I'm talking with James, and I'm talking about my parents. So James and I are talking about my parents. So, will you use is, il, or will you use else or el? You say it il and el, but I will say the s to make the difference with il and el singular. Okay. So raise your hand to answer this question. So, question number 1, you and Julie are talking about Julie's parents. So you use il or el to refer to Julie's parent. So what do you use? Will you use il or will you use el? For example, I don't know, I'm talking with Alice. Alice says, your parents are very gentle or tall, and they are, I don't know, and they're gentle. So if I translate, I will say tes parents sont grands et gentils. So what will I use? Will I use else or will I use ils? Alice?
You will use ils.
All right, it's correct. So now we go to the next page. So you and Julie are talking about Anthony and Kevin. So, oh, I don't stop making mistakes today. Kevin. So you and Julia are talking about Anthony and Kevin. So you use is or else to refer to Anthony and Kevin. Jahan?
Yes, I think we will use is because they are boys. Anthony and Kevin are boys, so we use is.
Okay. So you and Julie are talking about Celian and Leah. So you use is or else to refer to Celian and Leah. James, do you know the response? The answer, sorry. Yeah? Go on, James. James, can you please unmute yourself and respond? Unmute yourself. Okay.
I know it is L.
Else? Okay, that's right. Why do we use else? James, why do you use else?
I know it is girl.
Okay, right. Because they are girls. Next page. Tweet. So, you and Julie are talking about you both. So, you use is or else or nous or vous to refer to you and Julie. Who knows? Anybody else but Alice, Jahan, and James? No one? Then Alice, can you please respond?
I think we're use is for you and me because I'm a girl. But if you talk with a boy or something, we use ill.
No. For example, I'm talking with you, like we're talking, I don't know, and then you say, tomorrow we are going to eat ice cream. So demain, allons manger de la glace. Oui. Do you remember we in French or not?
You vous. And no. No.
Okay, right. Oh no. Okay, so we use nous. So demain, nous allons manger de la glace. Okay, so you and Julie are talking about all the people in the picture. So you use is or else or nous or vous to refer to them. Jahan, do you know?
Yes, I think we use is.
Is? Okay, so wait a second. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was just thinking. So asking them, comment vous vous appelez? Nous nous appelons Kevin et Julie. Comment elles s'appellent? Elles s'appellent Léa et Céliane. Comment ils s'appellent? Ils s'appellent Anthony et Lucas. Ils s'appellent Anthony et Léa, for example. So here. Je m'appelle. Yeah. So for answering, you will answer. If somebody asks you, what's your name? Comment tu t'appelles? You will answer, je m'appelle. My name is Julie, so je m'appelle Julie. So, and if, for example, that's hard to imagine a question to ask like somebody's name. For example, you're talking to a little kid, and the little kid doesn't know how to say its name. So you will say, the little kid will ask, "What's my name?" And then you will answer. He will ask, "Comment je m'appelle?" And you will answer, "Tu t'appelles," for example, Marius. Marius is a common French name. I just thought about that. And if you talk, for example, I'm talking with Alice. We're talking about James. So I said, comment James? Comment il s'appelle? Alice will answer, il s'appelle James. If you talk about, if I'm talking with Jahan about Suri, I will say, I will ask her, what's her name? Comment elle s'appelle? And Suri will, and Jahan will answer, elle s'appelle Suri. There's the L missing here. I don't know why. Lots of things are missing today. That's really, really, oh. So, oh, elle s'appelle. So, for example, I'm talking, I don't know, Andy is asking me and Sam, what's your name? Comment vous vous appelez? We, Sam and I will answer. No, we will answer. For example, we're like, no, that's not a good example. For example, I have a band with Sam and Mary. We are called the superhero. I don't know, and I don't know. Sam will, James will ask us, for example, comment vous vous appelez? What's your name? And then we, Sam, Mary, and I will answer, we are named the superhero. Donc, nous nous appelons les super-héros, for example. And if for vous is actually complicated to find something, but vous is I don't know. I don't have example for vous. So let's just pass it. For is and else, I don't know why those things are missing. That's not normal. Um. For example, I'm talking with, I don't know, Andy, and then I will I will ask him what's her name. I'm talking about Suri and Alice, and then I will ask Andy, comment elle s'appelle? What's her name? And he will answer, elle s'appelle Suri et Alice. So he will say, their name is Suri and Alice, and it's the same as boys. If I'm talking with Suri about Annie and James, I will ask her, for example, uh, what's their name? Comment ils s'appellent? And Suri will answer me, ils s'appellent Andy et James. Their name is Andy and James. Okay, so we go to the next page. Okay, so now we'll talk about your favorite things. Qu'est-ce que vous aimez? Nous aimons le tennis, nous n'aimons pas le ski. Qu'est-ce qu'ils aiment? Ils aiment jouer, ils n'aiment pas lire et écrire. Oh, I forgot to erase these. Qu'est-ce qu'elles aiment? Elles aiment faire du shopping. Oh, where is it? Why didn't it erase? Okay, so elles aiment faire du shopping. Elles n'aiment pas cuisiner. Qu'est-ce qu'ils aiment? Ils aiment jouer. Ils n'aiment pas lire et écrire. So I want an example by students. So can anybody wants to try to make a sentence like that? Thian Tuan, can you make a sentence? You will ask, I don't know, Jahan. You will ask Jahan, for example, you will ask Jahan and Alice, qu'est-ce que vous aimez? And Alice and Jahan, you will say, for example, we like to play tennis, we like to play, we like to go shopping, like this. And then you also answer me or you will answer as another sentence. You will answer a thing that you dislike. So go on. Thian Tuan, can you please unmute yourself? Alice and Jahan too, please.
Yes.
So first, Alice and Jahan, find an activity, any activity that you both like, and any activity that you both dislike. Go on. Just find, just text each other or just talk like that, and then Thian Tuan will ask you both. Or maybe Alice, you say, for example, nous aimons jouer, and then Jahan will answer, nous n'aimons pas, for example, cuisiner. So you will, each one you will make a sentence. So go on, Thian Tuan, to ask. Can you please ask the girls? Qu'est-ce que vous aimez?
Qu'est-ce que c'est
So Alice, make a sentence about something that you both like. It can be anything. There's no need to be true. For example, you can say something that you dislike, but you just said like you like it.
Nous aimons la natation.
Jahan, go on for something that you dislike, but you say nous n'aimons pas. Go on.
Like something I dislike.
Something. Imagine that it is something that Alice and you dislike, but you don't know. But just say it. It's all right.
Okay. Nous n'aimons pas la natation.
But Alice just said that you like that swimming. So how can you say that you dislike the swimming?
Okay, I will say the other. Nous n'aimons pas le cuisiner.
Ah, nous n'aimons pas cuisiner.
Yes.
Okay, right.
I don't like to cook too.
Oh, okay. I do like to cook. Anyways, let's go anywhere you want. So, aller, so to go, aller au travail, aller à l'école, aller au supermarché, aller à la plage, aller au cinéma, aller au restaurant, aller au parc, aller chez les grands-parents. So, we're all going to repeat. You are all going to repeat after me. And then if you have any question, just ask me, okay? So, aller au travail. Can you please, guys, all unmute yourself and then repeat after me. Aller au travail.
Aller au travail. Aller
à l'école. Aller au supermarché.
Aller au supermarché.
Aller à la plage.
Aller à la plage.
Aller au cinéma.
Aller au cinéma.
Aller au restaurant.
Aller au restaurant.
Aller au parc.
Aller au parc.
Aller chez les grands-parents.
Aller chez les grands-parents.
Okay. Does anybody has any question about the vocabulary or not? Alice, do you have a question about the vocabulary?
No.
Okay, then Tiantuan, do you have a question about the vocabulary? No? Then Jahan, do you have a question about the vocabulary?
No.
Okay, that's right. So now we go to the next page. Where do you go? So, où vas-tu? Tu vas où? For example. So, I want somebody to ask somebody else, où vas-tu? Or tu vas où? And then this person will answer, je vais au travail, or you will answer, je vais à l'école, or you will answer, je vais au supermarché, or you will answer, je vais chez mes grands-parents, or you will answer, je vais au parc, or you will answer, je vais à la plage, or you will answer, je vais au cinéma, or you will answer, je vais au restaurant, okay? So, Jahan, can you please ask this question to Alice?
Of course. Tu vas où, Alice? Je vais au parc.
Okay. And then Tiantuan, and then Alice, can you please ask Tiantuan, où vas-tu? And then, or tu vas où? And Tiantuan answer something.
Où vas-tu, Tiantuan? Je vais à l'école.
All right. So now we go to the next page. Conjugate the verb aller. So, je vais, tu vas, il va, elle va, nous allons, vous allez, ils vont, elles vont. So, I want you all to repeat after me. So, je vais.
Je vais.
Tu vas.
Tu vas.
Il va.
Il va.
Elle va.
Elle va.
Nous allons.
Nous allons.
Vous allez.
Vous allez.
Ils vont.
Ils vont.
Elles vont.
Elles vont.
Okay, so I'll make a quick sentence for an example. Je vais à l'école. Tu vas à l'école. Il, elle va à l'école. Nous allons à l'école. Vous allez à l'école. X, S vont à l'école. So this was an example. So, okay, we just did that 2 minutes ago. So, make a question with the verb aller. So, où vas-tu? Je vais chez mes grands-parents. Où va-t-il? Or, où va-t-elle? Il va au cinéma. Or, elle va au cinéma. Où allons-nous? Nous allons au supermarché. Où allez-vous? Je vais au parc. Nous allons au parc. So, vous is, if you remember on week 1 or week 2, I don't remember. Vous, you can, is plural to say you, the you in plural, but it's also to show respect. So, for example, you're talking to your teacher. Où allez-vous? And the teacher, your teacher will never answer je vais au parc. For example, the teacher will say je vais au supermarché, for example, okay? So, after that, there's où vont-ils? Ils vont à l'école. Où vont-elles? Elles vont à l'école. So, go to the next page. Okay, so you can also say où va-t-il? Où va Kevin? Kevin va. Où va-t-elle? Où va Julie? Julie va. Où vont-ils? Où vont Lucas et Anthony? Lucas et Anthony vont à la plage. Où vont-elles? Où vont Léa et Pascal? Léa et Pascal vont. Okay, so useful word. So here's some word that you can use to make your sentence. For example, you can say lundi, je vais au parc. So ce lundi, ce mardi, ce mercredi, ce jeudi, ce vendredi, ce samedi, ce dimanche, ce week-end, cette semaine. Aujourd'hui, ces vacances, ce matin, cet après-midi, ce soir, cette nuit, demain, demain matin, demain après-midi, demain soir. So here. So can you please repeat after me? Okay, we can see the parable. Ce lundi.
Ce lundi.
Ce mardi.
Ce mardi.
Ce mercredi.
Ce mercredi.
Ce jeudi.
Ce jeudi.
Ce vendredi. Ce samedi.
Ce dimanche.
Ce dimanche. Ce week-end. Cette semaine. Aujourd'hui. Ces vacances. Ce matin. Cet après-midi. Ce soir. Cette nuit. Demain. Demain matin. Demain après-midi. Demain soir. Okay, so does anybody has any question about the vocabulary or not?
No to that.
Alice, you have a question? Tiantuan, co-host Jahan? No? No questions, okay. Oh. Let's compose a sentence. 1, 2, and 3. So, 1, aujourd'hui. 2, je vais. 3, à l'école, for example. Or 1, ce mercredi. 2, tu vas. 3, au travail. Or 1, ce soir. 2, elle va. 3, au supermarché. Okay? So I want you to make a sentence. Who wants to make a sentence? Can you please raise your hand? Jahan, can you please make a sentence for me? First, you will say 1, and you will choose a word, and then you say 2, you will say a word, and 3, you will say a word. Okay?
Okay, of course.
Okay.
Aujourd'hui, tu vas.
Is there any problem? Jahan? Okay.
Yes, because someone said okay. So I don't think it is my turn. Okay, I will do it now. Aujourd'hui, tu vas à l'école.
Okay. Anthony, can you just make a sentence?
Ce mercredi, je vais aller à l'école.
Okay. Alice, can you please make a sentence?
Okay. Demain après-midi, je vais au supermarché.
Okay. And Tian Duan, can you please make a sentence?
Yes. Aujourd'hui, je vais à l'école.
All right, that's great. Let's play a quiz together. So, oh, this is a speaking practice. So, Alice, how many tutor do we have for today?
2.
We have none? Man. We have, here, we have Kevin here.
We have Anthony. But I say 2.
Kevin, Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you please make 3 rooms? Oh, no, 2 rooms with me and Anthony in one and Kevin in one.
Okay.
Mình xong sớm quá. Vô mà suy mình xong rồi. Theo hết đèn. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la
Hello.
Hi.
There's nobody in the main room. Oh, I thought he was in the main room. Oh, anyways. Then while waiting for Kevin, I'm going to start the little reading exercise that
Mary.
we usually do. So wait a second. I'm just putting on.
Mary.
Kid A to C. Wait a second. Just wait a second. I just need to enter the password. No, that's the wrong password. What?
La 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 la. Oh.
Ah, yeah, that's one. So, word languages. Abécédaire français. No, this is Spanish. Ah, abécédaire français. No, that's Spanish. Okay, so what's that sound? Anyway. What's that sound? Did we do letter C? No, we didn't do it, so we are going to do it right now. So first we listen and then we'll read, okay?
C, sha, C, chassis, C, chadu, C, sapu, C comme chat, C comme café, C comme cadeau, C comme chapeau.
All right.
Good job.
And now reading. Kevin, are you eating yogurt with a fork? So, I will just wait a second. 1 little minute. Ploof, ploof. Picnic đuôi sẽ toán lon thôi. Ploof, ploof. Who wants to read for today? Can you please, all the people who wants to read, please raise your hand. Anybody else? Anybody else? James, you know want to read? Sam, Lucy, Mary, no one? Only 4 people?
And then
Anthony? Last time I remember that many people wanted to come, but wanted to read. Anthony, Lambing. Someone else? No one? Okay, so now we go on. Sure? Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, so who will we choose? Okay, so you will you weren't here when we listened to it, so I'm going to get back to reading. No. Word languages. Okay, here. Let's just listen.
See.
So I put again the audio.
Sure. See. Cafe. See. Chadu. See. Teacher, I can't hear the sound.
Oh, I forgot to share this. I forgot to share the audio. Sorry.
You already said sound. It says that. Can you please put the sound on your computer louder?
See.
Can you hear?
Yeah, very clear.
See.
Okay.
Sha.
yeah.
Sha. See. Cafe. See. Cadu. See. Chapeau. C comme chat. C comme café. C comme cadeau. C comme chapeau.
All right. So now we're going to. Now we have the little robot who tells us to try another activity. Yes, we know. Okay, so Lambing, can you please read? C. Okay, right.
Shat.
All right. So now we go to the next person who will read. Jahan. So, can you just read?
Yes. C. C.
No, it's C.
Calf.
C.
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 All right.
Cafe.
Okay. Now, Anthony.
C. C. Cadeau. Cadeau.
All right. Alice. Oh. Oh, no, here.
C. Chapeau. Chapeau.
Chapeau.
Chapeau.
All right. Sorry. Sorry, can you please read?
C, comma, shop.
All right. Then Kevin.
Yes.
Go on.
C, come, coffee.
Okay. Now I'll just ask some other people because there's no other volunteers. So Lucy, can you please read C comme cadeau? Lucy, can you please unmute yourself and then read C comme cadeau?
C comme cadeau.
Okay, then I will ask again Alice.
C.
Oh, you already the hand. So Jahan, go on for this one.
C comme chapeau.
Okay. Oh, there's no other. Oh, then okay. So now we're going to draw. Yes.
Just to tell you something. This is the part where you know, two parts. The first part is where we listen. The second part is where we record, and this is the part where we are recording. You see the mic
Yeah,
button?
I know the mic.
That's where we record. And
Yeah,
so
but
you can't listen.
Wait, what? I didn't understand. Like I didn't record that.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm explaining. There are two parts. The first part is where we listen. The second part is where we speak. And this is the part where we speak because the part where we listen is the previous one. Okay?
Yeah, I know. I've used it long ago. I know how to use it. I just didn't want to record that because it would take too long, and I already know those, so I won't like record it to listen it again. Anyways, now I'm going to share a whiteboard, and now we're going a little drawing for until 40:10. Yeah, 40:10 is great. You have like 5 minutes to draw, okay? And then we're going to go share my screen, whiteboard, share. So who wants to draw first? Then
Julie, can you turn on the animation?
yeah, that's right. That's right. Just 1 minute. I will turn on. Oh, where's my here. Sécurité. Annoter sur le partage d'écran. Okay. So Alice, go on. Oh. Why did the whiteboard just get out like that? So weird. Alice, can you please go on? Can everybody draw?
Yes.
Okay, so go on, Alice.
Let me see what I can draw.
Who is drawing this? Henduan, please. Can you please let Alice draw and then you will go on, okay?
Wait, where's my pen? Wait.
there's a little wave, and you click on it, and you have the two waves, one bar, one a row. Yeah, you have
here.
Oh, a rectangle, a red rectangle.
No, it's not actually a rectangle.
Oh, I know.
No. Not that one. It has to make a circle.
Please, guys, can you please let Alice draw?
Yes. Everybody has their turn. Okay?
Everybody will have their turn, okay? Oh, sorry.
That's all right because I need you to erase it.
Please, guys, I want you to stop drawing on Alice's drawing. Stop. You will all have your drawing part, okay? But not let Alice draw. I'm serious.
Anthony. Oh, I have a small idea what it is. But of course, I will not say what it is.
I don't know what it is. What's that? Is it finished?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is from the book.
It is from the book? We didn't have red circle thing, did we?
No. I'm just add more color for it so that it can be more colorful.
Okay.
Oh my god, so ugly.
Oh, where is it?
I'm gonna draw it again.
A circle, an oval, yeah. Another oval. That's all? Jay.
No.
Please. Okay.
Wait, what did you say?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know what it is. What's that? Even I don't know. Does anybody know? Siri, do you know? Kevin, do you know?
Of course I know. Can I say the answer?
Yes, if no one's know.
It's chapeau, which is hat.
Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I was like more in like a pool or something because here it's like it seems like deep. Oh, yeah, chapeau. You're right. Oh, okay. Okay, then Kevin, go on for drawing.
Maybe I'll be no, maybe I will let someone else draw because, well, of course I'm a tutor. I know everyone in a lot of words in French.
Okay, so ask somebody because I don't want to choose.
Okay, then the second one who raised hand was Suri.
Okay, then Siri. James, please. Siri, go on, and then after we have James, and then after we have Lucy, okay?
Okay.
Siri, go.
Can I do random drawing? Like I can draw what I want.
Yeah, you can draw what you want, but you need to know the word in French. That's really important.
Okay. Let me think. This thing's stupid.
Okay.
And Antoine, if you draw on a screen when it's not your turn, I'm gonna remove you from the class.
Oh God.
I think I know what it is. I'm not sure.
Oops.
Oh. I think I know. Ah. That's from now on. It's super easy. Just say it out loud. You don't need to raise your hand. If you know, just say it out loud. No one knows. I think it's pretty easy.
Kadu.
Who said that?
Me.
Who is me?
Alice.
Alice. Okay. Now we have James. Okay, your drawing was super great, Siri. Okay, now I need to erase it. Sorry. Now James, go on, as I promised.
He's out.
He's out.
Yeah.
Okay, then Lucy was the second one who wanted to draw. So go on, Lucy. Lucy, do you want to draw? Two minutes ago you were drawing and now you don't want to draw? Okay. And I'll ask somebody else. I bet everybody wants to. Lambing. Go on for drawing. 21 lambing. What is? Okay.
If she does nothing, that means there is nothing in French, or it means kind of like what?
What are you saying? I don't understand. Oh, that's easy. Lucy, I just asked you if you wanted to draw and you didn't respond. So now you will need to wait until.
Cafe?
Is it cafe?
Yes, it is.
Cafe.
Okay, that's great. And now, Lucy, go on.
I think I have to remove Lucy away from our class.
Lucy? Man, you just draw and now you don't want to draw? Okay. Do you want to draw? Yes or no, Lucy?
He's out.
He or she? I don't know.
She.
Anybody else wants to draw or no? Normally, like everybody's raising their hand to draw. No one? Maybe somebody that. Alice, do you want to make another picture?
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay. So then after that, Siri, and then we finish. Okay. I know. I totally know that I can see my whiteboard.
Let me see. Okay.
After Siri, we finish the class, okay? Because I need to do other things.
Is it a circle? And no, it's supposed to be
little rectangle. No rectangle. Okay.
no, it's supposed to be other color, not in that color.
Okay.
Here.
Green. I think I know. Yeah, I know.
Of course, you know.
That's easy actually, because the drawing is easy. Siri, do you know what it is?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's great. Now Siri turn, and then we stop the drawing. Wait. Go on, Siri. You do the last drawing, and then we go. Get out of the room. Kevin is eating a little round white thing. I don't know what it is, but okay. Oh, it looks like a heart shape. Oh, it's a heart. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I think I don't know what it is. Actually, I don't know if we learned that word. Anybody knows?
We haven't. I was the one who made the PowerPoint with my mom, and I didn't saw the word heart or love in it.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe she knows it by reading books or anything. If you know, just say it out loud, Anthony. You don't need to raise your hand.
Care.
Is it care, Siri?
Huh? What
Siri?
did he say? What did he say?
He said cœur.
What does that mean? Is it
Cœur
heart?
is heart. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. And now I really need to go now. So I hope to see you on next week, on week 7. And if you have class with teacher Kevin, then see you on Wednesday. And if you don't have class with teacher Kevin, see you on Saturday. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Et à bientôt. À bientôt tout le monde.
À bientôt.
Bye.
Et nous sommes à mercredi.